Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. So when I was in getting my Sony a65N the other day, and you might want to check the previous videos on the 5N and why I chose it over the Olympus EP3, I was playing with the Sony a65, which these things are in short demand, so it was kind of fun to play with. And my manager buddy, we opened a new box and whatnot. They didn't even have a demo out, so we took one out. No A77s at the store. Those are in short supply here in Canada. But the a65 was really neat, so we started playing with it, and I was blown away with the focusing. I'd never played with an SLT before, and it was just really cool. So I went back and bought one. So today we've got the Sony a65 unboxed, and as you can see here, this is the a65, and I've got the Sony 16 to 50 f2.8 on here. So really sweet lens. We'll get into that later. We've got the box here, so I just want to show you what was in the box. I'm not actually doing an unboxing. We'll call this an unboxed video, but I'll just show you the packaging, what was in the box and whatnot. You got some Sony advertising, 20% off for some stuff, lenses and accessories book. You've got the Sony manual, 2-year warranty here in Canada on the Sonys, so that's really nice. A little pamphlet on video for the Sony. You got the installation disc. And what else do we have in here? This is was a nice, heavily constructed. It's not cheap, like better packaging for the actual A65 body was in. So very well packaged. Very well packaged here in the box. Lots of nice, very thick corrugated cardboard. All little pieces all around the body. So solidly packaged. And we had, you get the battery charger. The battery is in the camera, so it'll come with the battery charger and the battery. You get a USB cord, and you get the Sony strap with the traditional orange on the edge there. And double checking I'm not leaving anything out. So that is what came in the box, and that is the box there. There's the stuff that goes in it. And then back to the camera. Now, what first really intrigued me with the a65 was how nicely built this is. It's a solid body. Obviously, spec-wise, not as solid as the a77 as far as build quality and whatnot, and metal in it. But I was really impressed because while it is supposed to be down the chain from the a77, very nicely built. Very nice in the hands. The grip on the front, the rounded grip, it fits nicely in my hand. Nice holding body. I really liked it. Really well built. I look at it and I'm impressed with the quality and the build on this body. This is, as I said, the Sony 16 to 50 2.8 SSM lens. So this is the new f2.8 zoom. Really nice so far. I'm enjoying it. Here we've got the pop-up flash on here. Now I think actually what I've done, oh there we go, have to turn it on of course. So the pop-up flash I have disabled at the moment, so that's why it's not popping up, because I was using a trigger. So that is where the flash pops up. I'm not going to go into the menu and change that right now, just it'll take too long for me to find it. I'm still figuring out the Sony because I'm coming from Nikon. The big thing that I love about this Sony a65 is the tiltable LCD. And the beauty with this is what makes this so much better or much more intriguing or more fun to play with for me than, say, for instance, the D5100 Nikon that has a tiltable LCD is this has real-time focus on here. So I'm moving this around all over the place, and because this is the Sony SLT and the way it focuses with the new focusing system, I got real-time focus right on here. And it's that fast. So here, I point it over here, push the trigger. I don't know if you heard that, but it beeped. It was like that for how fast it acquired focus. This thing is very, very fast focusing body, and it works really, really well. It's a quick, fast focusing body, and I was just blown away when I was playing with it in the store, and that has been my initial impression so far with the little bit of time I've had to play with it. So that's the screen. You can tilt it all around different ways. If you're shooting this way, you can have the screen to the side. There's lots of things you can do with the screen that way. And then what's really cool about this is even if the screen's down, when you bring this up to your eye like this, it automatically senses it and the EVF comes on. So you have Sony's new super duper EVF in here. Best ever out there. It's the same EVF that is in the A77. I think it's 2.4 million or something like that dots. I don't know. I don't remember the exact spec, but very, very nice EVF. And the really fun thing with these bodies is you can pull up on the LCD or in the EVF all of the data you want. You can have it set so you've got a virtual level there all the time. You can have it set so all your shooting information is in there. You can set it so whatever your camera settings are reflects exactly what you're seeing for the shot. So you don't even have to pay attention to your histogram. You can just look at your LCD, which is really cool. Or say you're shooting a studio situation where you've got, f10, 1/200th of a second, so it looks really dark. If you shot a picture without the lights on, and then you put your trigger on, fire your strobes, and the picture's properly exposed. Well, then you can switch it over to disable it, so it's not showing you those settings. It's showing you a very bright EVF at f8 inside in a dark situation, and you can see everything. It's a really cool camera to shoot with. Very nicely built. It's got the one command dial up front here. On the top, you got your on and off. You've got your ISO button, dedicated ISO button on the top. I really like where that is. I like how it works. Changing the settings on here, I find to be a joy. I really like how all the settings change on and how you can maneuver through the LCD. It's a little different than, say, the Sony a65 I've been playing with, but it works really nice. You got your dials back here, your touchpad with your center point, your function. You got your review here. You've got a assignable button in the trash here. You've got magnify for looking at your images. Here's the movie button, the red one. It's right beside the viewfinder, and that's how you start your movie. I haven't done a lot of video yet with this, but I'm expecting it to be really good, and I'm going to be playing with that too. And so your battery compartment's right here on the side. Over here on the side, we've got your remote door right here. I won't open all these. This one is marked as your GPS. That's a cool thing about the A65, built-in GPS. You got a DC in, so that's where you can plug in your power. There's your AF, MF switch for manual focus and autofocus. We've got a mic in. We've got your connectivity for an HDMI port, and we've also got well, I guess that's the mic in there I'm looking at again. So overall, very impressed with the build quality of this. Very impressed with the build quality on the lens as well. And I'm really liking the A65. So far, the pictures have been great. I've been able to jury rig my remotes to work on this, so I'll show you that in another video. But yeah, my initial observations after unboxing and playing with for a few hours is that this is a really nice camera, the A65. Very happy with it, and I don't know if I'm just infatuated with the new toy, but I'm loving the SLT part of this, the constant focus on the screen. You can walk around and focus with the screen without having to go to the viewfinder. I'm also really liking the viewfinder. That's somebody that's coming from years of shooting with an optical viewfinder. So you might want to check one of these out in the store and play with it. You might not want to if you don't want to spend any money, because I suspect if you pick one of these up and play with it, you're really going to like it. Now, what are the major differences and why you would want to shoot maybe the A77 over this if you're a pro or if you need more controls? We'll get to that in another video. But thanks for tuning in, folks. If you're in the store, pick up an A65 if they have one in the store. Play with it. I think you'll be impressed. Certainly if you're coming from an older Sony DSLR, for sure. And we'll be back soon with some new videos on the A65 and my initial observations after shooting it after a week or two. And stay tuned. We'll be back with new videos, new articles. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks for tuning in, folks.